The analogy I use to explain resilience in children is found in stormproofing. I live in Queensland, Australia, where storms can be a scary occurrence. Our part of town is usually safe, as long as you are inside when the storm hits. In saying that, the last storm we had ripped the front gutter and window dressing off my house. I am personally relieved when storms pass, whereas I am sure that their potential danger only makes them more exciting to my boys. By my boys, I mean my 2 teenagers and husband, whose all-time favorite thing to do is watch a storm rolling in. Thunder, lightning, hail, howling winds, nothing energizes them more. In some parts of our country, storm-proofing your home is essential to ensure you don't lose it. My husband's family live in Bundaberg, Queensland, which was recently hit hard by floods. If homes weren't built or adjusted according to flood-proofing specifications, and some of the old ones weren't, they didn't survive once the winds and rain started. The entire community spent months cleaning up after the flood, but parts of the town that weren't built to handle floods will never be the same. We can't control the weather, but we can prepare for it. Preparing our children for the storms of life, whether big or small, is an essential way to take care of their health and well-being. And whilst it has to be acknowledged that there are many things that affect mental health, it is our children's capacity to respond well to adversity that plays a huge role in their mental and emotional stability. Research suggests that there is an element of resilience that is innate or genetically inherited. However, research also overwhelmingly emphasizes that resilience can be developed or acquired from this innate starting point by exercising resilience traits. It is never too early or too late to strengthen resilience in a child. Instead of waiting for disaster to hit, we can prepare them so they are better protected in the face of smaller challenges and more able to withstand, manage, and recover from disasters. The resilience calculation. Developmental psychologist Emmy Warner explains a child's resilience levels are like a constantly changing calculation. Which side of the equation weighs more, the resilience or the stressors? We have to keep a watchful eye on the resilience levels of our children, recognizing that a strong hit at the wrong time, or a string of strong hits, is more challenging for them to recover from. Hard times can build resilience, or just as easily destroy it. It's a fine line. For some children, the stressors can become so intense that resilience is overwhelmed. Most people have a breaking point, so it's unrealistic to believe that resilience will always enable a child to bounce back again. As parents, we want to do everything in our power to protect our children from reaching this breaking point. Environments where children have to adapt, learn, grow, and dig deep to survive are exceptionally good for developing resilience. We want our children to experience real-life pressure, but need to protect them from overexposure during exceptionally challenging times. Exposure to struggles can only develop resilience in our children if they have the skills to cope. Ideally, we want the challenge of building resilience to be manageable. You would never ask a child to lift 100 kilograms the first time he or she went to the gym. It is not a matter of dropping our kids in the deep end to toughen them up, but a matter of consistently building their capacity and skills. Ideally, resilience is strengthened through small repeated wins, with a few losses in between, rather than a string of losses with an occasional win. This pattern makes learning from life experiences manageable. But life doesn't always play fair. This appropriate amount of tension can be likened to a rubber band. Pull it tight and it does its job. Pull it too tight and you run the risk of it snapping. The amount of initial resilience children possess will greatly determine their elasticity. When young people are successful, it fuels a positive cycle of achievement. When they feel as though they have failed, they don't easily gain the momentum they need to keep trying. For all of us, resilience isn't a fixed or stagnant position. It needs to be nurtured and